Yes, sure.
Yeah.
So the next match is between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings, and topic is whether digital markers are essential for toric oil implantation or not. So Mumbai Indians is represented by Dr. Abhijit Desai, who will tell us why digital markers are essential for toric oil, as DRS system is essential for LBW decision in cricket. Dr. Abhijit, we all know, is heading Soham Eye Care Center. He has a top-notch practice in Mumbai for over 2 decades. A brilliant surgeon. And Chennai Super Kings is represented by Dr. Ramesh Dorari Rajan, a great academician heading Sundarai Hospital at Chennai, and who believes that conventional marking system, like conventional umpiring method, is just fine for toric IOLs. So Mumbai Indians to go first. Dr. Abhijit, you all set?
Harshal, are you
All
in
set, all
India or
set.
Bahamas?
3:30.
Dr. Abhijit, yeah.
Abhijit,
Can you
please
start
start.
sharing?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see that.
Please stick to your 5 minutes.
Yes. Thank you, Chitra ma'am. Thank you, Harshal, for inviting me for this debate. So the debate is basically whether it's essential, one point, and for the refractive accuracy. So that's the second point which I would actually talk about. We all do cataract surgeries. We all are doing topical cataract surgeries. We are doing high-end or premium IOLs, multi or monofocal toric IOLs. So definitely we are doing refractive surgery here, and we would want the patient to be very comfortable and without any refractive errors. And as you all know, the most common cause for an unhappy multifocal patient is a residual astigmatism. So don't we all do refractive lens exchange as well? Definitely, and obviously, there is no doubt about it, and we need to be very accurate with such patients. So what are the disadvantages of a manual marking? We get a smudge. Positioning of the head may be an issue. Accuracy is definitely an issue. There would be transcription errors. And yes, if we have to stick to our surgeon's egos, I am God, no one is as accurate as I am, that would be the biggest problem that we would be facing. So there are multiple kinds of markers which are available. Each person decides which marking system he decides. But the disadvantages list goes on and on. So when you have a long list of 80 IOLs, how many markings are you going to do before entering the theater? Then you would depend on others for marking. So you're not sure whether the accuracy is good. The wearing out of the dye is a very important issue in in a high number of cases. There are people who do marking with needles on the slit lamp. Such patients sometimes develop epithelial damage, abrasions. You can actually have recurrent corneal erosions also in these patients, and you wouldn't want these kind of things in your premium IOL or a multifocal toric. There is no highway mark in a manual marking, so it doesn't allow the parallax to be taken care of. And please tell me, how does one place a IOL on 103 degrees manually? No one can. Definitely you're going to be in jumps of 0.5, and even with that, there is going to be an error. There is this study which I would like to quote here, in which this is from Japan, and they actually measured your reference marks on the Varion, whether the reference marks themselves were right, and they were nearly off in many of the cases by nearly 10 degrees. The most important thing, I work on Varion, I don't have any experience with the other marking systems, but it negates the head tilt. And the mathematics is definitely there. 1 degree of error is a 3.5% error in astigmatism under correction. 3 degrees is a 10%, and 30 degrees is a total loss of toric correction. So these are the various studies which have told us that the lateral head tilt as less as even 5 degrees gives you a intorsion or extorsion up to 3 degrees, and can vary up to even 17.5 degrees with a 25 degrees head tilt. This is a small video which I would like to play because
You got muted, Dr. Abhijit, suddenly. Can you
so this is a small video to just show the scientific evidence. So this is a Lenstar, which we've done with a head tilt of around 10 degrees. And the same patient has been registered on Varion as well. And we've done the manual marking here. And as you see, even with the manual marking, when you're going with the left hand, sometimes you may smudge the eye when you're doing it, especially over the nose. Now, during the surgery, we have done the markings as per the reference marks and not as per Varion. But luckily, we have done the Varion registration already for that patient. Now here with that smudge, you already have an error of around 1 to 2 degrees. And now when I have put on the Varion, you can see there is a 10-degree difference between the incision site itself. I go as per the Varion. We would just go forget the CCC part and go to the. So now I'm implanting the IOL on the reference marks, which I have made manually. Okay. And after this, I'm going to switch on the Varion and see whether my placement is as per the Varion. I'm off by 10 degrees. So what an image guidance system does is it's going to take up all the markings on the blood vessels on the limbus and it's going to register the limbus. So even with the head tilt, it's going to negate the head tilt and actually accurately measure your steep axis. And that's going to increase your accuracy by many folds. Now, if this patient would have been a high astigmatism with a 10-degree misplacement, you would have been left with a 0.5 to a 0.75 error as a residual, which would have been really not, it wouldn't have gone well with the patient. And now this is the actual reading with the head straight. So yes, definitely, if you don't accept a new invention, you wouldn't reach where we are. And if man did not invent a wheel, definitely we wouldn't have a car. So I choose to have accuracy, consistency, and dependability all the time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Abhijit. Yeah.